Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69 and welcome back to the channel. It's been a few days since I've had a video, like the first time in a few years. It's been so long. I do apologise. I've just been busy at home, family and etc. and sorting myself out and my family, arranging stuff. But we're back with the T54E2, a Tier 8 American heavy premium tank, and straight off the bat, I'm going to say it's not worth it because it is in crates. I don't like the tier 8 crates. I don't know why Wargaming do it. Yes, they're for gold, and I mean 2,500 gold or whatever for a crate. I'm going to say straight off, it's not worth it. It's not worth it because it is the crates. So it's actually not a bad tank. It's pretty much a tier 8 E5, T110 E5. The turret's pretty good at 240. The hull is pretty solid. The top of the hull, the upper plate at 155. It does have a weak bottom plate, very weak bottom plate, so face hugging this thing is the way to go. As I've said, the turret is very strong. DPM 2277, pretty good DPM with for a heavy tier 8 heavy. Reload time, that's an 8.17 second reload. 220 on your APCR, on your AP, sorry, 260 on your APCR and 53 on your HE, and that's a damage. You do 310 alpha for your AP, 260 on your APCR and 440 on your HE. Aim time 3.5, not too bad for a heavy, and the dispersion again not too bad for a heavy at 0.326, and it has a 10 degrees of gun depression, and it's a quite quick tank at 40 kilometers per hour. So it's a pretty solid tank. It's not the best of tanks. It's not the greatest, but playing it right, it's not bad. It's not a bad tank, but as I've said, it is crates. I wouldn't recommend buying the crates, and I mean, a 3% chance for a tier 8 tank, come on Wargaming, and a 6% chance for the shark camo. So I do think that's pretty poor. A tier 8 tank in crates for 3%, I've got no words. At least, come on, at least 5%. Even 5% won't be enough. So regardless of how good the tank is, it's not OP. It's not a pay-to-win tank. That's what I don't understand. Why Wargaming would sell a Object 252U for 15k gold or whatever it is, and then put this tank in crates. I just don't understand. The Object 252U I think is much better than this. But as I've said, it's still a good tank. It is still a good tank. A tier 8 T110 E5. As long as you play it right, you will get some bounces. If you wiggle, if you have got the tank, if you're lucky enough to get the tank on a couple of crates or whatever, you are getting a nice tank. You are getting a nice tank. It's, as I've said, it's not OP. It does the job as long as you do the job properly. If you go in the open, you're going to get penned. If you can go face hugging or hold down, then that is when you're going to start getting those bounces. And of course, wiggle. If you're in the open and you've got no cover or you can't go hold down, wiggle your tank, because you will get bounces, which we're going to see mainly in the next game and this game actually. And they're actually game-changing decisions. Well, not so much this game, but it saved me my life. So I am playing this, and I've only had a couple of battles in this. I did test the tank. Wasn't a lover of it when I tested it. I've literally only played it a few times, but I played it. And I thought, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. There's nothing too special about it, apart from it is a tier 8 E5 with less pen, less alpha, and less armor. But it does do the job, and you can have good battles in it. You do get a couple of low rolls. Like I've got a couple of low rolls that was like 260 odd damage, and I was like, seriously, for a heavy, that is pretty low. But as I've said, your DPM is much better than all the Russian heavies, etc. So it can do the job. This game we bounced 680 at the minute, and I want to go for this T49 because I mean, he's a quick tank, he's a light tank, he is a one shot, and this is where I thought I was going to die. As you can see, he shot the upper plate there, or the turret, and we do manage to get the bounce, and that was a life-changing decision for me to keep alive. So pretty easy game. Didn't really do nothing special. I mean, we blocked just over 1,000 damage, and we end up on a first class at 3.2k damage. 69,000 credits. Ooh, nice number. So not a bad credit earner. I mean, for that damage, I would have expected to earn a little bit more than that. So I'm not sure what the coefficient is, but I didn't think that was too much. 69,000 credits for 3.5k damage almost. But this game we were actually watching Wargaming. This is Darth Tony. And he played it, and I thought, you know, I haven't really got time to play too many battles because I am quite busy. So he sent me the replay, so I'm just going to use this, and it does show just how solid the tank can be. He does play it it is quite an easy game, but it does show the strengths of the tank. So he is on the new map, and he's going through the bottom here, and this is a great position for this tank if there's any tanks in front. And straight away he spots the IS-5 to the left. Ralph, I've known him, Ralph King, he's a regular to the channel, and straight away the Object 252U has been spotted. So now he's actually in a good position, unless the Object 252U pushes, but he does manage to get the bounce from the object. So now the object, he's going to start using that DPM on this object, and he's not going to push because the team behind him are actually shooting him as well. And so what he's going to do is he's just going to stay there. He's going to face hug because, as I've said, the top plate, the upper plate on this thing and the turret is actually really good, and that is the best way to play this tank. If you can't play hold down, go face hug, and because that top plate, the upper plate, sorry, you will get some bounces. And this Object 252U is not having the best of times. He is a one shot, and Tony is going to be able to take him out. So now it's a 6-on-6. There is a Scorpion G there, so he has loaded up the HE. He is going to get a nice shot into him, 375. He does take a shot from the Scorpion G in return, but already he's now on 2,000 damage. He's blocked 780 damage pretty much just from that Object 252U. So which is what I was just saying about the Object 252U is more OP than this in pretty much every way, but he's just torn it apart. So it all depends on how you play the tank. If you play it right, then you will have a good time, and if you know how to play the E5, if you like the E5, then you will know how to play this tank, and because it is played the exact same way. It has that turret, it has the upper plate, it has the speed, and it does have that DPM. So stat wise, it is a really good tank. It is a really good tank, but it all depends on how you play it and the positions you get in the battlefield. I mean, if you're in this kind of position where you are hold down, then you will bounce most things that come your way. So there is the T56E5. There is the E25, sorry, I lost my words there. So he's not going to push because the E25, obviously with the amazing DPM it's got, it's not really a good tank to push, especially when there is the T26E5 there as well. So he's not pushing. I love what Tony's doing here. He's not pushing, he's just backing up and letting the J Panther take the shots. So because he's only on 530 hit points, the J Panther's actually a really good tank. So he's just sitting back, he's waiting for that T26E5 to shoot, and then he's going to poke up to get that shot. And you can see it every time, because if he backs up, every time he shoots, he backs up, and the T26E5 is not going to go and chase him. He's going to go and shoot the tank that is nearest, and that is the J Panther. So really well played there, and I love his thought process there in what he was doing, and in fact they both managed to keep alive. So now it is a 3-on-2. Look at that E25, like he got round there pretty quickly, and now it's a 2 versus 2, but there is still pretty much a full hit point T54E2 to deal with. Not the best of DPMs. It does have that high alpha depending on what gun he's got, but it does have that high alpha, and I love this shot there. Nice quick snapshot there into that T54E2. He does have, I think he has better DPM than the T54E2, but he hasn't got the hit points. So there goes the E25. He's now going to push. The J Panther is sadly going to die, but just as he gets there, he does die, but now he can have this guy on the reload. He takes a shot, and the speed of this thing, I mean, look how quick he's getting around these corners, and by the time he gets around the corners, unfortunately he does shoot the turret of the T54E2, so he gets the bounce, and now it looks like it's going to be a loss, and he's trying to get as close to this guy as possible, and you know he can't. And look at the angles that he's doing. He's going sideways, and he does manage to get that bounce, which is what I say. If you've got no cover and you can't go hold down, just wiggle, just go sideways, and you will get those bounces. So really well done, Tony. Good game there. 76,000 credits, a bit more, but for an ace and 4.3k damage, I still don't think that is a lot. But that is the T54E2 Shark. Again, it's in crates, not worth buying. but it is a nice tank. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye. With